today I'll be showing you how I swing trade NASDAQ 100 using volume profile as part of my technical analysis. So with that said and done, if you've been following this channel for any period of time, you would know that I release videos daily. We talk about various assets, so you want to make sure that you're around for all of those. And with all of that said and done, we're going to get straight into the business of the technicals. So last week, I laid out the rules as to what I would do if certain conditions appeared on the chart, okay? So the first were, we had the weekly low of last week, which was over here, okay, set for us on the Thursday, and that's the number right here, and that is 21,422.1. Okay, if that level was taken out, we'd be looking for sales, right? And then we had the close above this low value node area right here, and that was 21,651.4. So if this level was taken out, I was looking for buys, and if this level was taken out, I'd be looking for sales. Obviously, both these decisions come with their risk assigned to it. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean that just because that level is taken out, price is going to go a certain way, but it's good to be mindful of the fact that if it is taken out, you can necessarily take action, right? So on the day of the recording, it was roughly this day right here, Monday. So when we did that, price was in this zone. So early hours, let's say from 6 in the morning, because that's when I usually do my recordings. Yeah, so price was in here. Okay, so price was in here, and on that day is where we got the peak above, where we had that close above the level that I mentioned, which was 21,651.4. And obviously from that point, price continued to push up. It then took out the previous week's high, which was 21,976.9. okay, and it's carried on in that move, in that direction to the upside, basically surging up. Now, there is some really good signs about this, but before obviously I talk about all of that, let's talk about how much you would have gained if you had tapped into last week's video and seen the move and then jumped on it. So we're looking at 9,966 pips to the upside. So that's really good profits, by the way, right? So if you got that, well done to you. Well done to you for getting that, okay? So with that said and done, we're going to jump into a higher time frame because there is something that I want to point out to you guys in case you have not seen it, okay? So as it stands, this area right here is the high value area of the volume profile, and we can see prices surge right past it and has knocked out the previous all-time high, which was 22,270.2. okay, so at this point it is fair to assume that the good times is back on again. So basically, if you look at the NAS, we can see we have these deep cuts that we normally get, and then afterwards we just have the good old days all the way back again. So let's take a look to see what's happening right now. So as it stands, we're gonna use the last pullback that we got, which was in 2021, November 2021. It is kind of funny looking at this right here, because from this period onwards was when I started recording, making YouTube videos. It was doing this process right here that I started recording, making YouTube videos. Then obviously we did it all the way up here, and now we're still doing it. It's kind of nice seeing this on the chart. Obviously it doesn't really mean much to you, but it's yeah, it's nice seeing that. But anyways, right, so getting back to business. So basically what we have here, as a matter of fact, let me sort this stuff out real quick. Just bear with me one moment. I want the color to pop so we can see where we're deriving everything from. So this box that you can see right now, this is where the volume profile is derived from, right? That's where it's derived from. And we might need to extend it a bit further forward. But however, we're not going to do that now. We're going to let things play out as they are. So what I was trying to say before I got myself all tangled up, right, is this cut right here, or this pullback and then bounce to the upside, is kind of what we have up here, right? And what I'll be looking for is similarities between what took place in this area over here versus what could be taking place over here. Okay, obviously it's not going to be symmetrical, it won't be identical, but there are lessons that we can learn from this area that could help us with this area. So what are the main lessons that we can see from this area right here? Well, the first is that once price took out, which would have been at that time the all-time high, this area over here, it continued blasting up, okay, with various pullbacks, but ultimately it pushed all the way up until February 14th. Then we had a pullback. Now that pullback lined up nicely with the previous all-time high. So with that said, this is the area that we absolutely need to keep an eye on moving forward, which is the previous all-time high as the price continues to surge in the upwards direction. Why? Because we may be revisiting that area again at some point in the not too distant future. Give it a couple months from now, it could definitely happen. That's why I drew your attention to it, because it looks like the good times are back, right? Everybody's going to be making profit. It's going to be great all around. But because it's going to be good, this is why we want to do the sensible things and keep an eye on market behavior as market does whatever it is that it's doing. So with that said, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get rid of our potential profit, which is 9,966 pips, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to bring in our vertical levels, and then we're going to close off last week to focus on this week, right? So on this week now, what do we have going on? What do we have? So as it stands, let me get rid of these levels right here because we know they're there and we can revisit them later. Let's get rid of all of these. Let's get rid of this one as well. Okay, we know we have a low value node in this area, and we know we have a low value node up here as well. So what I'm going to do for the sake of this video is we're just going to mark out this low value node in this area over here. And reason why I'm going to mark that out is because at some point in the coming weeks, this might be a really good location to join the market if you've missed the surge. So if you've missed the push to the upside, this might be a really good place to actually get in, as well as it could be an early warning sign for us to let us know when price re-enters back into the high value area of the volume profile, and that is this location right here, right? Due to where the point of control is, which is over here, I don't think if price makes its way back into this zone, it's going to make its way all the way down to the bottom side of the volume profile. I personally think it will just wick into around this area somewhere and then shoot back off again. There is no reason for the NASDAQ to come back down, in my opinion. I think the pullback that we had in this location, this is probably it for this year. Okay, but however, we'll continue to monitor the situation and see what happens as obviously time moves forward. So with that said, let's just mark out the areas of concern for us so that we know what we need to be doing should we get the opportunity to take action, right? Should the opportunity present itself and we're able to obviously go in there and grab some pips for ourselves. So first things first, what we're going to do is mark out the levels of interest in regards to this low value node in this area. So that would be a close below 22,349.0. We might want to start considering sales, and a close above 22,438.1. That could be the perfect place to join the market if you haven't done so already. All right. Now, with that said, we're now going to mark out the levels of interest to us, which would be the weekly lows and the weekly highs. So we have the weekly low over here, and then we have the weekly high, which was set for us on Friday just gone. And as you can clearly see, prices closed above that. So in a sense, it is a bit of a no-brainer in terms of what to do. But this is the issue that I have with this weekly high being taken out as it has right now. Okay. There was some thought, we had a bit of consolidation in this area over here before it blasted through. What I normally like is a clean break all the way through. So because of that, I would want to take some type of caution. And because of that also, I'll be more likely to wait at this level than to join it at this level, right? Just because how the weekly high was taken out, it was taken out quite it was taken out not with the kind of force that I like, right? Because I want a proper surge, like just to pump all the way through it. Do you know what I mean? And in this case, it pumped, then it started to slow down a bit, then it pumped again. Okay, so it does look like a clean break, but to me it doesn't look like a clean break at all. So based off that, I would wait to see what happens. Okay, if I did not get it at this level over here, then in all fairness, I should just wait, because basically the rule is this: price blasts through the low value node, comes back for a retest. That's your opportunity to get in. If you miss it, you have to let it fly off. And then if another opportunity presents itself, then you tap in at that location. Reason why you don't really want to be FOMOing into positions into the market is really simple, right? The market is always going to be there. You're always going to get opportunities to jump in and jump out. There is no need for you to FOMO into anything. If you're patient, chances are you're going to get what it is that you're looking for. So if you miss the move, wait for the setup. Just because you're not in the market, it doesn't mean you're not in the market. Okay, sometimes staying out, observing the situation is the best thing you can do. All right, so with that said and done, we can see here that the new candle of the hour, okay, of this new hour that we're in, so it's 6:21 now in the morning, right? It looks like it wants to push downwards. So let's see what happens the rest of today, and then we would know what's the best move to take. Bottom line is, some of you guys just want to be in straight away. So like I say, so long as you've done your due diligence and whatever moves you're going to be making makes sense to you, then by all means go ahead and do it. But if you're a little bit newer, you're more greener, and you just tapped into this space, one of the best skills that you can develop from early on is the skill of patience, right? Wait for the setup. Don't chase the markets. And based off that, I will say this. That's all, folks. Yeah, I know you think I'm joking, right? But yeah, that's it. That's the end of the video. So yeah, so if you find this content useful, make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. You turn on the notification. Drop us a like. I definitely appreciate you for hanging on here and watching the video all the way up to the end. Okay, it's definitely useful. And check out the video that I did yesterday, and that would be on, if you're over 40, why you should learn how to trade. Okay, so there should be a thumb at the end of this video. You should be seeing that about now. So go over there, check that out, and give us your thoughts on that. And if that all said and done, I will see you all on the next one.